Emeka left a career as an award-winning strategy consultant to grow the brand. He's since grown as a pioneer in the restaurant industry, with Chuku's listed as one of the 15 most exciting food and drink brands in the UK and winner of the Young British Foodie Award. But in this Service Please snack, he talks about the day he quit as a consultant and some of the first steps of how he gained a better understanding of the hospitality industry.
One Tuesday, we were planning for our first pop-up of the year. I spoke to a guy who was our drink supplier at the time, and he just asked me like a very simple question. He's like, so this Nigerian food thing, I know you've been dabbling in it for a little while. When are you gonna like just take the leap? And I didn't have an answer. I literally just on the phone silent. I was like, oh, I don't really think it's the right time. He's like, oh, but what's stopping you? No answer. I'm just like, I left. I was in one of these phone boxes on the office floor. I left. I went back to my hot desk, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Yeah. That day I called up my big sister. It's funny who you go to in those moments. Like, my big sister, she's 4'11" and a half, man. And
don't forget the half, man.
No, don't forget the half. Don't forget it. And I've got it most of the time. I've got me, but in crisis moments, often she's like, well, not in crisis moments, big decisions. I'm like, sis, and it's so funny. I say that because. I suppose you don't always realize the richness of those relationships until those moments, yeah.
Those pinch point moments.
Yeah, those pinch point moments, and she's the one I'm gonna call, man. First one.
As your mum would say, you need options, and you made options.
I made options, and that wasn't like I really thought about those options, because I say that because like some people say like, oh, it was brave, or like, oh, you just made a leap. I was like, yes, but I thought about it. I brought down a lot of my expenses. I stopped kind of hanging out with my mates so much because I knew something was going to change my life. So I kind of planned for it. I didn't have a mortgage at the time. It was a good thing. It was a good timing for that. And that was it. I was out.
And it was just like that day you picked up the phone and you knew that day you were just like, this can't be my life anymore, basically.
It could be. What it was that I want to try this other thing.
Yeah.
Because and I say that because if it didn't work, I didn't not like what I was doing. You know what I mean? So it couldn't be my life.
Yeah.
But I want to try this other thing for a little bit. Like, I need to do this full time. Like, this isn't something I can just do on the side. Like, I need to be fully invested in this from a skin in the game point of view, I know how, if I was working part-time in that industry, and I'm saying I'm doing like 2-3 days a week, I'm not gonna stop my workload. I just need to do more work in those days. I'm not gonna have that time. I need to, not every day you're gonna be like absolute on it. I need like time to just do what I'm doing. So we had our first official pop-up, as I said, coming up.
In the 2016?
Yeah, beginning. And I wanted to make the decision to quit beforehand. And I was encouraged, I can't remember who, maybe my mum, even just myself, I told myself saying, oh, just wait. And the first one flopped, operationally. Yeah, we had far more people than we could have expected, but it was a mess, an absolute chaos. And instead of thinking it was a mess, it was chaos, don't want to do that again, I was like, that's why I need to quit. Because I didn't have enough time to plan it.
I wanted to work this out.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to plan it.
Okay.
I was finishing work at like 6, going down to check out different venues. I was tired, so I decided, that one would do. Got to, doing an event for the weekend, start prepping for it maybe I took a Friday night. I can't remember, like, you starting to work, not enough time. And you end up giving shoddy service. Operation was rubbish. Didn't know anything. Hadn't worked in the industry before. I need to go and do this full time. So that was it actually. And then so for that kind of in a way, had it gone well, maybe I decided, I could probably...
You'd have been like, I'm going to pull this off.
Yeah, I might have thought I can pull this off doing, working part-time, but it went badly, and I said, yeah, we need, we need to do this properly. And she also thought, yeah, because she had basically flown in from France to be there for it, and she realised this isn't gonna work to do. I need to be here. We need to just. So we kind of
sounds hectic.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work like that, But in our head we were like, we do like 3-4 years. So this year that was only the plan. We do 4 events this year. You come back for around the event time, but you really realised it needed a bit more attention than that, and especially when we realised, not realised, but when we decided what it is that we wanted to do, right? Like, even though we still only did maybe like 6 events that year, something like that. In the meantime, what we were doing was, between all those was about learning. Speaking to people, reading, whatever, like just having the opportunities to really soak up what this whole industry is about. At the end of that year, we both ended up getting jobs in the industry. We realised that, look, to plug these certain gaps, it's not enough to just be theoretical. We just need to just be hands-on. What's it like being a waiter? What's it like being a chef, like in another kitchen, and what can we soak up and learn? So we did like a number of work opportunities. We literally went and got jobs, work shadowing, just to really plug a lot of the gaps. And we literally would be on the restaurant floors, respective restaurants at different places, taking notes. My manager would say something like, "I write that down. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see how he just talked to that guy. Oh, I'm gonna note that down." And we'd send emails to each other back. Like we was literally, they were saying we should do this and we do this. 3-4 days. Oh, how many? Like, it was just like soaking up all this knowledge. That was brilliant.
I hope you enjoyed that snack from the full episode. If you could tell one other person about this podcast, or even use their phone to like, follow, and share, it would be much appreciated. You can also go one step further and become a patron of this podcast via www.serviceplease.io. Any monthly contributions will help amplify the voices of the hospitality and wider food industry, enabling more people to understand the innovations and daily struggles of one of the most dynamic sectors, and of course, the tastiest.